Picture this. You are walking home late at night down a dark, empty street, listening to your favorite podcast, when suddenly a sleek black van pulls up beside you, or a mysterious glowing beam of light shines down from the clouds above. Before you even have time to scream, a bag is thrown over your head, or your body starts levitating into the freezing night air. You have just been abducted. But by whom? Is it an elite FBI tactical SWAT unit that got the wrong address? Is it a dangerous criminal cartel looking for a ransom payout? Or is it a crew of pale, gray-skinned extraterrestrials looking to conduct painful biological experiments on your liver? Believe it or not, the survival rules for dealing with federal agents, underground hostage takers, and advanced alien commanders are completely different. Doing the wrong thing, like trying to kick a federal agent or trying to reason with a ruthless terrorist, will get you instantly neutralized. But what happens when you try to apply human survival logic to a 4-foot-tall gray alien inside a flying saucer? Welcome back to Cosmic Clueless. Today, we are putting our unluckiest Stickman proxy through the ultimate survival boot camp, testing real-world tactical hostage protocols against sci-fi alien abduction scenarios to see how a regular human being can actually survive. Scenario number 1. You are being raided or detained by federal agents or FBI SWAT. Imagine our Stickman proxy peacefully making a cheese sandwich in his kitchen at 3 in the morning. Suddenly, boom! His front door gets blown off its hinges by a flashbang grenade. Black-clad agents with heavy body armor and tactical lasers breach the room, screaming at the top of their lungs, "FBI, get on the ground! Hands where we can see them!" What is the absolute worst thing our Stickman could possibly do right now? Naturally, our Stickman proxy panics, grabs a wooden spatula, and tries to do a kung fu karate chop on the lead tactical officer. "You will never take me alive, federal boys," he screams, swinging his spatula. Bad idea. Within 0.2 seconds, 3 heavy tactical boots tackle our Stickman into the floorboards, zip-tie his wrists behind his back so tightly his arms turn blue, and slam his face into his own spilled cheese sandwich. He gets hauled out to an armored truck in his pajamas, groaning through a mouthful of cheddar. Classic panicked resistance fail. What should our Stickman have done? Real-world law enforcement tactical survival protocol is crystal clear. 0 sudden movements, instant compliance, total silence. Federal agents operate on high adrenaline threat assessment. If you reach into your pocket, grab an object, or charge toward them, their brain registers a deadly threat. The correct protocol? Drop to your knees immediately. Interlock your fingers behind your head, keep your mouth shut, and do not resist. Once you are safely zip-tied, you utter only 4 magic words. "I want a lawyer." You do not explain, you do not argue, and you do not try to explain why your browser history looks suspicious. Let your attorney do the talking. But what if the people grabbing you aren't wearing federal badges? What if you are ambushed by criminal hostage takers or hostiles in a dangerous region? Let us move on to Part 2 to look at hostile kidnapping survival, psychological tactics, and the moment a glowing green beam lifts our Stickman straight into an alien operation room. Scenario number 2. Hostile criminal kidnapping or terrorist ambush. Unlike law enforcement, criminal hostage takers are not bound by constitutional rights, warrants, or court procedures. Their goals are strictly financial ransom, political leverage, or intimidation. In a real-world hostage situation, military counterterrorism experts emphasize a critical survival concept. Be invisible, stay alive, and wait for rescue. The first few minutes of a kidnapping are the most violent and dangerous. Hostage takers are pumped full of adrenaline, nervous, and extremely prone to using lethal force at the slightest sign of unpredictable behavior. The worst thing you can do is attempt a Hollywood action movie escape by grabbing a captor's weapon or picking fights. Unless an execution is demonstrably imminent, fighting back against multiple armed hostiles usually ends in disaster. Tactical survival experts recommend maintaining a calm, submissive posture. Avoid direct eye contact, which aggressive captors perceive as a challenge, but do not look completely emotionless either. Humanize yourself. Mention your children. Ask permission for basic needs like water or medication, and build a quiet, psychological connection with your guards. Over time, captors naturally find it harder to harm a hostage they view as an actual human being, rather than an abstract bargaining chip. But what happens when your captors aren't humans at all? What if you are driving down a desert highway, your car radio cuts out to static, your engine dies, and a brilliant tractor beam of tractor light lifts your vehicle straight into the belly of a metallic mothership? Enter scenario number 3, alien abduction. Our Stickman proxy finds himself floating upward in a beam of green plasma light. He gets deposited onto a freezing, seamless, silver metallic operating table inside a blindingly bright room. Standing over him are 3 classic gray extraterrestrials, 4 feet tall, with giant black almond-shaped eyes, pale skin, thin, spindly limbs, and 0 facial expressions. One of the aliens reaches for a long, glowing metallic probe equipped with spinning needles and micro-lasers. Our Stickman panics, remembers a tip he saw in an old action film, and decides to defend his honor. "Not today, you space bugs," he yells. He winds up his Stickman leg and delivers a brutal, full-force kick straight between the alien commander's legs. A classic groin strike, the ultimate human self-defense move. But our Stickman forgot basic alien biology. Gray aliens do not have human reproductive organs, nerve endings, or pain receptors in their lower torso. His Stickman foot hits the alien's smooth lower body with a dull metallic thud, like kicking a solid plastic mannequin. The alien commander doesn't even flinch. It just tilts its oversized head slowly, blinks its large black eye cover, and tilts its head 30 degrees in sheer confusion. Before our Stickman can pull his leg back, the alien presses a small silver button on its wrist device. A concentrated beam of antimatter gravity paralyzes our Stickman's entire body, freezing him in a ridiculous one-legged karate pose. The alien doctor then proceeds to insert a giant, glowing diagnostic probe straight into his Stickman ear. Classic groin kick fail against genderless space beings. If kicking an alien in the groin yields 0 results, how on earth are you supposed to survive an extraterrestrial examination? Do self-defense martial arts work in 0 gravity? Can you mentally resist telepathic mind control? According to decades of UFO abduction lore, alien researchers don't operate on human emotions like anger, cruelty, or revenge. They view abductees the exact same way human marine biologists view wild sea turtles when tagging them with tracking chips. They are simply performing routine biological data collection. Therefore, physical aggression like punching, kicking, or screaming is completely useless. The gray aliens' advanced paralysis fields and telepathic suppression render human physical strength entirely obsolete. So, what do ufologists and self-proclaimed contactees recommend if you find yourself levitating on a metallic operating table? First, mental grounding and telepathic resistance. Many abductees report that aliens communicate through direct mental telepathy, projecting vivid, overwhelming emotions of fear or total paralysis straight into your brain. To break the mental connection, experts suggest focusing your mind on complex, high-focus internal thoughts, reciting math formulas, singing a familiar song in your head, or visualizing a solid brick wall around your consciousness. Second, non-threatening observation. Instead of panicking, keep your eyes open and carefully memorize small technical details, strange symbols on the walls, the texture of their instruments, or the arrangement of star charts on holographic displays. If you are returned to Earth, those precise details could serve as valuable evidence for scientific investigation. Naturally, our Stickman proxy decides he is going to skip the mental resistance and attempt the ultimate escape maneuver, taking over the alien starship's flight deck. While the gray aliens are distracted scanning his liver, the anesthesia beam stutters for a fraction of a second. Our Stickman breaks free from the paralysis, jumps off the silver table, and sprints out into the hallway. He bursts straight into the main command bridge of the mothership. Staring right at him is a massive control console covered in hundreds of glowing alien touchpads, floating liquid buttons and holographic levers. "I'm flying this UFO back to Area 51 myself," screams our Stickman, leaping onto the console and slamming his hands down on a glowing red orbital joystick.
but our stickman forgot to read the galactic instruction manual. That big red joystick wasn't the steering wheel, it was the emergency spatial ejection lever for non-registered cargo. Instantly, a trapdoor opens beneath his feet. Our stickman gets shot out of the bottom of the UFO into the freezing upper atmosphere like a human cannonball. He tumbles down 30,000 feet, screaming at the top of his lungs, until he crashes straight through his own garage roof, landing butt first inside his trash can.
His car alarm starts blaring, his pants are smoking, and his stickman head is spinning in circles. Classic alien starship hijacking fail. Whether you are dealing with an overzealous SWAT team breach, a high-stakes hostage crisis, or a bizarre midnight encounter with gray beings from the Zeta Reticuli star system, the core lesson of survival remains remarkably constant. Stay calm, assess your environment, do not engage in hopeless physical panicking, and always think 3 steps ahead. If it's the FBI, keep quiet and call your lawyer. If it's terrorists, stay low and humanize yourself. And if it's gray aliens, well, just don't try kicking them in the groin. What would you do if a green tractor beam suddenly lifted your bed into the night sky? Would you try to fight back, negotiate, or hijack the saucer? Let us know in the comments below. If you survived this ultimate abduction guide, hit that like button, subscribe to Cosmic Clueless, and ring the notification bell. Keep your doors locked, watch out for black vans and glowing tractor beams, and we will see you in the next episode.